Hey there, folks. Over on my TikTok, I have a series of videos called Yet Another COVID Literature Review, where essentially we dive into the seedy underbelly that is PubMed, and we look at the latest and greatest in COVID research just to sort of see what's going on. I was in the middle of recording a kind of longer, deeper dive video of that type for my YouTube channel here, and it dawned on me that I actually had a few things that I wanted to say about academic papers in general. So I figured instead of bloating that video, I would just do a quick hit here to talk about some of the highlights. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this paper that I'm going to be doing a video on soon, so subscribe and stay tuned if you'd like to see that. I was looking at this paper and, I wanted to talk a little bit about how to decide how much you should trust and also how far you should extend the conclusions from a paper that you read, because that stuff can be really tricky, and there's a lot of crap out there on the internet that wears the facade of robust peer-reviewed science, and so it's important to be able to detect a little BS. So you stumble on this paper. It's talking about a thing that you're interested in. How do you figure out if it's good? The first thing that you want to look at is the journal itself. Now, unfortunately, this is a rabbit hole unto itself, and I really don't want to start talking about impact factor and crap like that because it's such a mess. Fundamentally, what you want to know is who is responsible for the journal. In this case, the Annals of Medicine is basically run by the American College of Physicians. This is a massive professional organization that has a lot of incentive to not publish crap, because if they publish crap, it's going to make them look bad, and it's going to make all their members look bad, and their members pay to be a member. So there's a lot of incentive for this to be good. The other thing, too, is that this is these ACP journals are pretty darn good. They're well known. They're respected. In fact, if you go to the Annals of Internal Medicine website, and you take a look at this authors and submission page, there's a little bit of salespersonship going on here where they're trying to convince you to submit your manuscript to them. So they talk about how the Annals of Internal Medicine has a large readership, 160K and 20, et cetera. You get the idea. The journal is probably pretty good, but what about the paper itself? If you look back at this paper, you will notice that it is a letter. Now, in different journals, a letter can mean different things. In some journals, it might just mean that it's a fully fledged research paper. It's just kind of short, and so letters are kind of like quick hits. They're the YouTube short of academia, if you like. But there are also some journals where a letter is like a letter to the editor, and it's not peer-reviewed, and it's an opinion piece. So you need to be able to suss out the difference. Now, one of the ways that you can do that is if you just do Annals of Internal... Actually, yeah, I already Googled. I spoiled... Like I said, I was going to do a video on this anyway. So if we go to the Annals of Internal Medicine information for authors, they have this nice page where they explain the different article types. And if we search for letter, we find that there are three. There's brief research reports. There are case reports, reports presenting a single patient or a series of patients using a structured format. So we're looking for background, objective, case report, discussion, and references. This is peer-reviewed. And if we look back over here, we see background, objective, case report, scroll, discussion. So this is one of these boys, these case report guys, and we know that these are peer-reviewed. So this article is pretty good. It's good stuff. It's in a good journal. It's a letter, which is a peer-reviewed format for this journal. And so, ignoring for a second that, this is just a case report on one patient, and there's some nuance there, which I talk about in the other video, overall, we can trust this paper. So I just wanted to say this somewhere. I'm going to reference back to this video in subsequent videos that I make that are dealing with scientific literature. Unfortunately, you have to be kind of literate in this stuff and sort of know what the code words mean. This is part of the reason why sometimes, if you go to PubMed looking for an answer, you might get one, but you got to do a little bit of extra work to make sure that it's actually right. So anyway, that's it for this video. Again, I wanted to kind of bang this out nice and quick. If you're into this sort of stuff, subscribe, like, comment, all that crap, and stay tuned because, yeah, we're going to be looking at that paper soon.